Coach, you guys are coming off of a big win last weekend against American International. Davenport's on top this weekend. How's practice been so far this week?
It's been great. Obviously today we had to overcome some challenges, and then we had a few inches of snow on the field, and whoever wants to be my successor after I retire from Ferris, they should know part of the job title is you got to shovel snow. I shoveled snow, started about 10:20 and for an 11 a.m. practice. But our guys did a great job. I'm really pleased by that. And it's critically important, you know. It's sometimes people don't realize how important practice is, and it's not easy always to have the field ready to practice. And so it was critically important that we got the field ready today and had a good practice.
Of course, a tough matchup upcoming this weekend against Davenport, who's a very good team. You got to go down there and face them. What are you expecting to see?
Same thing, you know, just a gritty team. You know, Sparky's done a great job. AJ's a super defensive coach, and so you know, we faced them last year. They were undefeated same time last year, and they've done it again. So proud of what they've done. Really put together a great ball club. They had a great come from behind victory last week against Saginaw, and you know, they've really executed things well, done a nice job, you know, with Jason Whitaker, who's really made a lot of progress. I thought he was really good last year, but he's really taken that to the next level, and so yeah, they're gonna give us you know, more than our handful, so we're gonna have to play really well.
And Coach, talking about that Davenport team last year, even though you did face them twice, it was clear that you guys were a lot superior than them. And looking into this year's matchup, it seems like they have improved a little across the board, and their results have showed it.
Yeah, they've improved every year. They've done things to grow their program in a way that, you know, teams that are championship style you know, programs, that's what they do. And so yeah, they've grown. They're definitely, you know, been able to persevere through a couple of close games, and yeah, here they are undefeated. So we're, again, you know, we've played them 4 times in 2 years, which is, you know, again, it's crazy. So familiarity is going to be quite quite apparent as this game starts. But yeah, they've done a nice job, and they're going to be a tough out for sure.
And offensively, when you look at that team, they're putting up numbers where they're running close to 200 yards a game, and it seems like that's exactly what they want to do, given that going up against your team where they want to keep your offense off the field.
Yeah, you know, I know, you know, that's been, you know, Sparky's emphasis a lot of times. You know, you almost have to be forced to throw the ball if you're not, you know, getting a run game going. And I know he's smart enough to say to his coaching staff and to his team, you know, to be, you know, in the long run, in a, you know, playoff run, you need to be able to run the ball. And so I think they've done a good job at emphasizing it and preparing it and growing it. And yeah, you know, they ran it really well this year.
And how about from your end? Last week, in that third quarter, you started putting a lot more of the backups, and did mention that you did that because you guys are still dealing with little injuries here and there. How is that coming along? And 2, are those backups, was it to put them in preparation for this week coming up against Davenport and giving them playing time against this team?
Yeah, I mean, 1, you know, we obviously want to play a lot of people when we have an opportunity, but 2, we have had, you know, we've had a lot of guys banged up. We're hoping that we get a couple of them back this week. But particularly on defense, you know, obviously, you know, we lost Jacarvis Alexander and Edrin Lawler in the second game against Ashland, and they were our starting corners, and so they obviously haven't made it back yet, and maybe won't. So it's been challenging for our defense, but our guys have hung in there, and we've tried to, you know, put some people in there, and we've had really a lot of luck with, you know, just different guys playing back there in the back end.
So you guys came in at 8th in the Super Regional playoff rankings, currently not in the playoffs if that started today. Is that a little chip on the shoulder going into this game against Davenport?
No, I don't even worry about regional rankings. They change so much over the course of time, you know. One thing that is a burden for us, strength of schedule becomes a really important thing, and that basically is an evaluation of how many teams you've played that have winning records, right? Well, when we have a bye week and we can't get an 11th game, which I'm begging for people to play us, particularly D2 teams, because the FCS loss, whether we beat Montana or lost to them, it doesn't matter, okay? So then you have 2 basically open dates in your schedule. So now you're talking about 9 games or 9 teams that can have, you know, winning records. So that's hurt us a little bit, and it's understandable. And so we are getting punished by, you know, just being so good, being the back-to-back national champs, that people don't want to play us. And we only have 9 D2 games this year, and we're off. You know, there's you know, Grand Valley's facing this challenge, and some of the better GLIAC schools are facing this challenge, and you know, we got to put an answer together on GLIAC scheduling, but that's for another conversation.
And then going into this game against Davenport, they're undefeated, kind of one of the surprises, I guess you could say, in the GLIAC thus far. But they have you guys and then Grand Valley back-to-back. I mean, how nice is it for you guys to kind of go down there and get a chance to spoil their undefeated season?
Well, you know, it's not about that. It's just about, you know, basically this is a playoff game, you know, and the winner has a good chance to be in the playoffs. The loser probably doesn't have that great of a chance to be in the playoffs. And so, you know, that's kind of how it is. We've told our guys since, you know, since we lost to GV, that every game's a playoff game, and so that's just another playoff game, and so we got to fight hard and you know, go down there and come out with a victory.
And then a little bit off topic, Ferris State former wide receiver Malik Taylor kind of won the game for the Jets. You could say he drew a pass interference call on 3rd down. Against the Giants. I mean, how cool is that to kind of see your guys starting out in the NFL?
I didn't even know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Well, can people tell me stuff? So 1, I didn't know he was active.
Okay.
All right. 2, he texts me quite often when you know, he's updating me on stuff. So I'm thrilled that he played, and then I'm thrilled that he helped them win. So I didn't even know that. That's, you know, that's how sometimes my world ends up. Sadly, I'm so locked in on my own world. So congratulations, Malik, whichever camera you want me to look in, and I'm proud of you.
Coach, thanks so much for the time, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.